what couple of pieces of that career, the last 18 years, are you especially proud of? You know, not, I don't mean in a little way, but you know, you look back and you think that was great, that was a wonderful. What?
Well, there are a couple. Most recently, all of the work that I've done in public education, the effort to reform in some small way K through 12 public education, in working largely with educational professionals in guiding strategic plans, in doing program evaluation, in doing professional development, to empower people to continue to care. And I find the people who are still in public education these days have got to care because they would have left long ago. It's just a daunting task to take that on, given the changes and the shrinking budgets and all. So that work, and the fact that I've had a consulting business since, you know, since pretty much since we ended our relationship with the ICA, that has worked with a variety of organizations, largely in the United States, but also some internationally. And that corporation it's largely me. I mean, I am the corporation, but it's still operative in some measure.
Other insights about this big word, structural permeation. What else have you learned that's worth passing on to people? Well,
I learned a lot when I had the opportunity to do my doctoral dissertation. This was in the early 90s, on the change process in a very troubled middle school in the Roxbury section of Boston. And I brought all the screens that we had used in doing our work in villages, simultaneous implementation of tactics that were in support of multiple strategic directions. Instead of doing just clean water, you did clean water and a project for a nutritious meal for the kids. You did health and sanitation systems and agricultural development and, you know, et cetera, simultaneously. You didn't do it lockstep. And what I discovered was that in this, and I was telling Judy earlier, in this school that I studied for a year and wrote my dissertation on, what was the secret to the transformation of that school was that somehow this woman who was the principal gathered around her a team of people, a cadre of leadership. She established a culture that was a caring culture, caring first and foremost for the students. And of course the bottom line was increased educational prowess. But she had a systematic, she systematically did simultaneous implementation of tactics in support of various strategies that were important for education and transforming the school. So I guess in terms of structural permeation in education, the same thing would be true. So in many ways it's nothing new. It was rediscovering stuff that I guess we were running across in our early work. But I want to think about that question a little.